Welcome to the Tuned In podcast, where we will dive into the mindset, spirituality, practical tools, and tips for making you the best version of yourself on and off the stage. I'm your host, Natalia, and I'm a holistic vocal coach and a mindset coach. So let's dive in today's episode in 3, 2, 1. Hey there, loves. Happy Hanukkah for those who are celebrating. And we right around the corner, we have Christmas. So whatever you guys are celebrating, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas, I truly wish you from the bottom of my heart the best, most enlightening, most warming, most amazing holiday in this time. I love this time of the year, especially if you're in New York. You know what I'm talking about. Everything is covered in lights and decorations. And once January hits, it's like all cold and depressing. I'm kidding. No, but really, this is my favorite time because it really kind of makes me reflect looking back into the year that I had, and I'm actually going to have an episode talking about that next week. So stay tuned for that. But today we're going to really dive into most asked questions that a lot of people ask me all the time. And it's honestly one of the most important thing for any singer and honestly any person. It's how to find our authentic voice, our unique voice, how we can actually channel and communicate it to the world. And it's one of the most, I think, important things that needs to be talked about. And we're going to dive into today's episode and really talk about all the things. But before that, I want to remind you that applications for my exclusive 3-month coaching called Vocal Freedom is now open for applications only. And the reason why I do applications is not because you need to audition for me or you have to be a pro to work with me. Not at all. I work with complete beginners who never sang in their life and they just want to sing, or for those pro singers who wants to elevate their careers, their voices. They really hit a plateau in their voice. They're losing their voice frequently. There's a lot of misalignment in their life, a lot of misalignment with their voice. And this is the most exclusive way to work with me, most immersive, most transformative way to work with me. I just going to tell you guys, this is the program that is going to change your voice and life forever. You're going to have absolute clarity of how to use your voice. You're going to come out with 3 full songs you can actually go out and perform. Not only that, we're going to work on your mindset more than anything. If it's through hypnotherapy, NLP, through coaching, through breath work, through all the tools that I have to bring you from where you are to where you want to be in your life, vocally, in your career, and anything. So if this is something that you feel in your heart that you want to sing and you're done dragging another year and looking back and say, oh my God, I didn't do this. I didn't fulfill what I truly want to do with my passion. And I'm done. I'm done putting myself in the bottom of the list. And this year, I'm going to commit to myself. This is your first step. So go ahead, apply. The link is in the show notes. If you're watching me on YouTube, you're going to see it in the description bar below. If you're following me on Instagram, which you should, guys, Natalia Coaching Online, you can definitely go there and also hit the links, and you can see there and you can apply and read all the information that is about this program. I'm just going to tell you guys, I only accept 3 people at a time. It is super, super, super exclusive. And you truly going to get everything you need to elevate your voice and life and career. So with that, talking about our voices, let's talk about how to find our unique voice and why it's so important. If you are now a singer, you actually want to sing. One of the things that a lot of people do is try to copy the singer, right? When they want to sing a certain song, they go to karaoke. There's a type of way that they used to hear the song and they try to mimic it. What's the problem with that? The problem with that you find yourself copying the singer, right? And a lot of singers that came to me before working with me, the only way they would learn a song or aria, if you're a opera singer, a classic singer, they would hear and listen to the same recording bazillion times a day until it was drilled in their heads. But again, what's the problem with that? They sang like that original singer. So we have a bunch of singers singing like the original singer, and it's just, there's nothing new. That's beautiful, it sounds great, but it's not interesting. And right away, what do? If you hear somebody that is very close to the way the original singer sings, right away, you start to compare. And it's very, very hard to compete with Celine Dion and Whitney Houston, right? Or Mariah Carey. And I'm not going to do the Christmas song now, although I really, really want to. If you follow me on Instagram, you see my hilarious reels that I do about that. It's just one of those things that we do as singers when we hear that sound. Ah, it's just like you have to go and belt that song. But this is the problem that we have. We are always trying to copy. We always trying to sound like something that we're not in order to be validated, in order to be looked at as a singer. And I used to do that myself, guys. I used to belt to Christina Aguilera when I was 16, 17, thinking this is the way to learn how to sing. And I had actually a coach saying to me, oh, you should listen to your favorite singer and just copy them. And your voice will, your voice and the muscles will adapt, and you're going to be able to sing like them. And I did that, but I truly, first of all, I was miserable because I would never be able to sing like Christina, and the growling and all the things that she does. It's not who I am. And it just felt like I'm never going to be good enough. And it's always that feeling like I can't do this. And maybe I don't really good at singing. And this is the problem, guys. Since we're being little boys and girls, we've been taught and we've been told who we are and what we should think and what should we do and all the things. And the problem with that is we always kind of we're basically giving our power away, but we always not allowing ourselves to really ask ourselves what we want, what I want. And when you have all these opinions in your head, that's very, very hard to listen to your true, unique, authentic intuition. That is your voice. Your intuition is your voice, period. And I see a lot of singers right now, and you might be one of them, and that's okay, that wants to go on stage or goes online, and the amount of likes, the amount of validation, the amount of applause, the amount of how many gigs I got or how many audition I got in, or all the things that are external validation of who you are determine who you are. All these things are not who you are. The claps are not who you are. The role that you're doing is not who you are. Everything is just a little part of you, of what you might do or be able to do. But I invite you today to go deeper. Instead of getting the external world that you see around you and kind of internalize it to yourself and then have your voice kind of voice it, why not just be your own source of power, your own source of wisdom, your own source of an infinite inspiration and creation move through you, and let your voice be expression of that. So not be determined of what people say you are as a singer. A lot of people give so much power to their vocal coach or their mentor or their producer or whatnot. You know, they tell them, oh, you should do this and this and this and this and this and this. And the problem with this, nobody knows you more than yourself. But if you're not knowing who you are, trust me, the record label, the producer, yada, yada, all these people that I mentioned will determine who you are, what they want you to be. And this is not what we're going for. because you have a very unique print that only you have. Meaning, if I'm right now going to press my thumb on my Mac, that's a specific print that I have that nobody has. Same thing with my voice. Nobody has the frequency, the energy, the color, the texture of my unique voice. It's mine. Somebody can sound similar, but it's still not 100% the same. And you as well. You have a unique, beautiful, gorgeous sound that God universe gave you to use it. And instead of trying to copy somebody else and trying to sound like somebody else, thinking that that's how you're going to be valid as a professional singer, you're completely missing the point. The point is not even try to even compare yourself or try to get a validation. It's actually to express who you are. Who you are. The good, the bad, the authentic, the raw, who you are. And that brings me to actually connect to our emotions. And us as singers, performers, our most important job is channel those emotions out to let the people that's sitting in the audience feel what we feel. That's something that is a very unique art. But when we're not mastering our emotions, where we are almost like letting the emotions take over us, that's where the problem is, right? That's where we feel we're unbalanced, we feel chaotic, we feel really edgy. And I see a lot of people, and I don't know if you feel that same way, feeling like almost you're numb, feeling you're moving through your day. You have a day job, or you have, a day job you don't like, and you just do it because it's something that pays the bills, and you just got used to it, and the years go by, and you just feel miserable more and more and more. Or you have a family and you thought it's going to fill you up in your heart, but it's not. And there's this calling within you to go and pursue something bigger with your voice, with your talent. You know, there's something that is meant for you. You don't know how. And you telling yourself these stories of, I'm not good enough, I'm old, there's no way, nobody cares about my voice. My voice is not that special. It's not that good. All the things. But most importantly, we're not allowing ourselves to feel. We avoid feeling so much. And that is your power, actually, to feel, to let those emotions that move through you, to feel them all the way. Don't be scared to feel. And I feel in a lot of the manifestation, spirituality world that we hear, a lot of people think they need to be in the high vibe, waking up in the morning and doing their routine and getting themselves in the high vibe frequency. And if they're not in high vibe, they gain so much anxiety because they think all the things they wanted to manifest are not going to come. But it's BS. Because you know what, loves? Your soul chose to be in this world. In this world, we are humans. And as humans, we have all these rainbow of emotions. We just decided to label them good or bad. But there's beauty in every emotion. There's beauty in feeling sad and just surrender to that feeling. There's beauty in feeling happiness. There's beauty in feeling angry. In every emotion, there's a purpose. It shows us where we are. That's how the universe communicates with us too. But if we're not allowing ourselves to feel and we always suppress, and then we are only validating what other people think of us, we always live in that external existence. And we're not living through our being, our emotions, our energy. So I hope it makes sense to you because everything is connected. So how we do start to feel, and I know it's very, very scary. Because think about it, we always avoid feeling. We try to drink our feelings away, we try to eat our feelings away. Everybody has, they say, like, what's your drug of choice? But what if we just allow ourselves to feel the emotions with no judgment, not pressuring ourselves to feel any other way, just accept ourselves and love ourselves, regardless if we are not high vibe, and let that emotion move through us and then bring something new when we're ready. You see, every emotion, what we call the good and bad, it brings us closer to where we want. Without the polarity, without the contrast, without those different kinds of feelings and different kinds of ways, we would not be able to find where we want. If it's always happy, happy, joy, joy, it's nice. But when you don't know anything other than that, the feeling and the enjoyment when you actually have it is not as satisfying. I can promise you that. Think about your favorite food, whatever that is. Let's think about your favorite dessert. Okay. Think about having all the time the same dessert in a lot, right? You just have a whole table of that same dessert. It's you kind of like you don't have any contrast. If you had a chocolate cake and then you had a mousse and then you had like some pastry and had some ice cream. Wow, this is cold. Oh, this is cinnamony. Oh, this is chocolatey. Oh, this is a different texture. And everything, it kind of brings it more to something beautiful and more deep and rich. And that's what it's all about. Abundance, my loves. It's not just being rich and everything is great. Abundance and having all these different range of emotions, feeling them, let them move through us, but not be stuck on it, not hold on to it. Just allow it to move through us and invite a feeling that feels good to us in that moment, in that specific moment. Does that make sense? And you're thinking to yourself, how is that connected to finding my authentic voice? Well, if you're not allowing yourself to feel and your voice is a channel of your feelings, how you think you will be able to do that? My authentic voice, it's not what I think only, it's mainly how I feel. And that's where we want to start acknowledging and looking within ourselves to really be honest of how we feel and being honest with how we feel and being authentic with how we feel and not apologizing for it. Your voice is expression of it. That's it. You found it, you cracked the code. So I'm going to give you some tips if you're completely clueless and you feel you're so far away from your version of being and having that authentic voice. The number one that I suggest you do is to meditate. Now, before you roll your eyes, you tell me, oh my God, if somebody else is going to say me to meditate, I'm going to lose my mind. Why are you so scared of meditating? Why is it so scary for so many people to sit down in quiet and just be? I know for myself, when I started meditating about 5 years ago, I had a really bad breakup and I moved to Brooklyn and I had my dog with me and I worked 3 jobs and I was miserable. But I remember committing and I remember that I saw the YouTube video and I just decided that I have to start meditating. And I remember how scary that was for me to sit down because I was always go, 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 go throughout the day. I was hustling. I was doing all the things because I never wanted to sit down and think, never wanted to sit down and feel and process the trauma that I've been through, the hardship. It's really, really hard. But guess what? You can't avoid it because it's going to knock on the door at some point. So why not deal with that now? And by sitting down, at the beginning, I would just look at a candle and just look at the flame of the candle and just focus on that And I kind of switched to listen to guided meditation, and that was helpful for me. If you're feeling that it's too much from 0 to 100 to sit down and be with yourself in silence, definitely do guided meditations. But with honestly, right now, I don't want anything. I don't need any guided meditation. I don't want anything. I just want to sit down with myself. I actually crave it. And it's going to happen, but it's happening if you're committing to that practice every single day. And don't tell me you don't have 5, 10 minutes for yourself, because that's how you, by dating yourself, I call it a date because it's fun, by creating a ritual that allows you and you focus your time and energy building that relationship with yourself. Start listening to that inner, deeper voice that is usually very quiet. It's not that, a very loud sound like we have in our heads, all the things that we tell ourselves. It's a very quiet, calm, positive, almost like imagine like your angel guard is talking through you. It's a very subtle and beautiful messenger that is always within you, that all you need is there actually. But the problem is we don't know even how to listen to it because we're so confused between all the opinions of us that we adapted to ourselves, that being our own truth, or all the noises that we hear, if it's the media, if it's the people around us, if it's what we think, all the things versus the truth, which is always lies within you. It's never in your head, it's always in your heart. You have to learn how to listen to it and build a relationship towards it and start trusting it. And that's the hard part. And it's going to take time, but it's not a sprint. It's definitely a marathon. Take your time and do this practice every single day. I promise you, you are not going to regret it. Now, in my meditations, one of the things I like to do, and I'm going to quickly teach you, is to close your eyes. Of course, if you're driving or doing anything, please do not. Just stop somewhere on a side and join me wherever you can or do the replay. But I want you to put your hands on your heart. Take a deep breath with me and exhale it out. And allow yourself to kind of scan your body from top to bottom, from the top of your head all the way down, and just feel if there's any energy field that feels uncomfortable, that feels yucky. There's anything like that. I want you to put your hands where that feels yucky. It could be in your throat, it can be in your stomach or your chest. And just breathe into that feeling. And I want you to voice it out. I want you to connect to that feeling and allow your voice to just express that emotion through you. So just breathing in and exhaling and tuning into that feeling and allow your voice to channel that. Good. One more time. Allow yourself to go even more and feel that feeling. Don't be scared of it. It's there. So let's connect to it with our voices, breathing in and go. And now you can put your hands on your lap. And I want you to imagine a beautiful light coming through the top of your head, washing every cell in your body, every feeling, every energy field in you, filling you up with love, peace, excitement, and joy. Everything you need right now. And now I want you to tune to that feeling of feeling connected, feeling supported, feeling loved, feeling joyful, thankful. Let's breathe into that and allow your voice to express that. Breathing in. Ah. And open your eyes when you're ready, breathing in and out. How did you feel, my loves? That's as simple as that. That's also a meditation you can do for yourself. Allowing yourself to feel and be where you are with your voice, with your energy, and then allow your voice to express it, because that's what it is. A lot of times the emotions just stuck, it's energy field that is stuck in our body, in our aura. And because we're not feeling it, we're not allowing it to move through us. And our voice, if you know human design, there's two energy entries from our head and from the bottom, and they all actually channel through our mouth. So your voice is so powerful. If you only knew how powerful your voice is. And by voicing those emotions that a lot of time we're not allowing ourselves to do, we're suppressing it. So even if you can't verbalize or explain it, just use a sound. Just use a sound, of frequency that is connected to that emotion, and let that just move through you and let it out. And when you're clean, now you can tune into that higher type of frequency of how you really want to feel. And it's simple as that. Another thing you can do is journal. If you are a songwriter, this one is a crucial thing for you. And I think we're all songwriters. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, you see my fabulous crystal bottle that I love, I love, I love. Not only it fills up with my intention water, but also it has crystals in the bottom to kind of charge my water with more electrolytes and all the good things, all the good vibes, right? I love that. But journaling is super therapeutic. Some people hate it, some people love it. I have a hate and love relationship. Sometimes I feel the need to, and I need to write things out, and sometimes I just want to voice them out. So you really want to feel, but a lot of times just to sit down and allow yourself to kind of block those 10 minutes where you just free write whatever comes to your mind. And I'm literally saying like anything that comes to your mind without judging. And by expressing through your hand and connecting your subconscious and your emotional state, and allowing the pen to kind of move through your emotions and just write whatever, all the things. Even if it doesn't make sense, if it's like moves in a different direction, and like it's half words, half anything, it doesn't matter. The most important thing, again, you connecting to that way of yourself and expressing that a certain frequency in yourself that needs to be expressed. And some people, I have a lot of dancers slash singers that come to me. They're very kinesthetic. They're very physical. So they need to move through their emotions as well. So moving, really allowing the body to embody all the feelings, all that things are stuck in our body, because this is what it is. It's our body that feels a certain way, right? So allowing the body to move through that emotion, it's very powerful as well. So there you go. You have meditation, you have voicing, you have dance, you have journaling, you have all the tools to do what you actually need to do as a singer, as a performer, as a speaker, as anybody actually has a voice. Learn to tune in to yourself. That's why I actually called my podcast Tuned In. It's all about tuning in. When you're tuning into yourself, your external world will show you your internal world. And by mastering your emotions, by mastering and being that open channel, there's no way you're not going to be authentic. So when you're going to sing a song, first of all, you come from the authentic truth. You feel the feelings. And your voice is going to move through those emotions naturally, because you connected the emotions in that song so purely and so authentically that you have your own meaning of that. And that's the most important thing. I always tell singers and my students that the most important thing you can do as a singer is take the time. Don't listen. to only one singer when you're singing a cover song. That's like the worst thing you can do. Definitely get inspiration. Just get a context of what's the song, how many, like, what can I do with it, and get some ideas. Sometimes you need that. So listen to three, five different singers singing that song. Pick what you like from each one of those singers, but then do the inner work of what is this song means to me? What is the story that I can tell through that specific song? And that's what a lot of people don't do. And they're being just lazy because everybody wants to go right into the singing. But digging deeper and really finding that story where you feel and you can connect that feeling to your authentic feelings and start singing from that place, is just not only your voice sounds a bazillion times better, more resonant, more connected, more everything, you right away stand out because you're singing in your authenticity. You're singing in who you are. And people can sense that from miles away. I can promise you that, because you shine different. And when you are present, you're connecting, you're connected to yourself and to the meaning of the song. Nothing can beat you up, no matter, I don't care what edition you go to. So I hope that was helpful for you, my loves. If you have any further questions, I'm always on my Instagram, my YouTube. So go check it out. So if you're on Instagram, it's Natalia Coaching Down Online. And my YouTube is Natalia Music. Just search it. I'm always there. And I love, love, love DMs, your questions, and starting the conversations. It's amazing. The things that, I love to connect with you all. So feel free to DM me. And as I said, the applications for my private exclusive coaching, Vocal Freedom, is now open, guys. So if you always felt the urge that you want to not only find your authentic voice, but have that unshakable confidence, really taking that hobby or a passion of yours, so always wanting to sing, take it to the next level, and it's time, because it's how that's it. Like, how much time can you waste and wait for the right time? That's it. This is your sign. How would you feel moving and starting the year knowing the actual step you need to take, doing the work, working through the things, and feeling you actually fulfilling yourself, you're actually doing it? There's nothing more amazing than that. It will shine through everything else you do in your life. You will completely, like, imagine you having your kids look at you, and instead of telling them, yeah, go pursue your dream, you're actually doing it. You're showing them an example of you doing it. No matter how old you are, how you look, how you think you sound, because you trust that inner voice, that intuition, that inner child of yours that is craving, that is screaming, that she or he wants to be and sing. As simple as that. So if you know that it's you, go apply. Applications are open till the end of this year. So don't wait, and only accept 3 people only each time, because this is a very immersive journey. And I give my heart and soul to every of my beautiful clients. And this is the best, most exclusive, transformative way to work with me. And I would now wait. If you, again, feel the urge and need to do something with your voice and career, or you feel you're stuck in your career and your voice, you have to apply. You absolutely have to apply. You have nothing to lose. And I honestly can't wait to speak with you guys and learn more about where you are and where you want to be. And with that, my loves, have a beautiful, beautiful week. Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy Christmas. I love you so much, and I'll see you in our next episode. Bye.